We're looking into a picture going around online this month. It claims to show a screenshot of a 2002 episode of The Simpsons.
For decades, The Simpsons has astounded audiences with predictions so precise that they have transcended mere comedy. From the looming threat of a global conflict involving Russia to groundbreaking technological advancements, the show's vision of the future continues to unfold in reality. As we step into the next 3 years, some of their most astonishing forecasts may soon become reality. In this video, we delve into 20 shocking predictions that reaffirm how life often mirrors the fictional world of Springfield. The fear of a third world war has haunted humanity for generations, but as 2025 approaches, the potential for large-scale conflict feels more real than ever. Rising global tensions, particularly between Russia and NATO, have left the world on edge. Could the unthinkable occur in the next 3 years? Strangely, The Simpsons may have foreseen this possibility. In a 1987 short from The Tracy Ullman Show, titled World War III, Homer becomes obsessed with preparing for a nuclear apocalypse, forcing his family into relentless drills. While intended as satire, the unsettling undertone of doomsday preparedness seems eerily relevant today. The show has revisited the theme of nuclear warfare and global instability multiple times, accurately touching on geopolitical conflicts, war, and Russia's role in global affairs. With NATO calling for increased defense spending, Ukraine hinting at the need for nuclear armament if it remains outside NATO, and military movements escalating in key regions, some fear the world is inching toward an unavoidable confrontation. As whispers of a large-scale war grow louder, The Simpsons' dark humor may have unwittingly provided a glimpse into the near future. Throughout its history, The Simpsons has made several political predictions with uncanny accuracy, and one of the most well-known is Lisa Simpson's presidency. In the 2000 episode Back to the Future, Lisa assumes office as the first female president, inheriting a severe financial crisis left behind by none other than Donald Trump. What makes this prediction even more spine-chilling is the striking resemblance between Lisa's appearance and a real-world political figure, Kamala Harris. Lisa's signature attire in the episode, a purple coat, lavender turtleneck, pearl necklace, and black heels, mirrors Harris' ensemble at her 2021 vice presidential inauguration. While Trump secured victory in the 2024 elections, could The Simpsons have actually been pointing toward 2028? Harris remains a prominent figure in American politics, and the possibility of her launching a presidential campaign in the next 3 years remains strong. If The Simpsons accurately foresaw Trump's presidency, could they also have predicted America's first female leader? If this forecast becomes reality, it will serve as yet another testament to the show's uncanny ability to anticipate the future. In The Simpsons' third season, episode 24, Brother, Can You Spare 2 Dimes?, Herb Powell unveils an invention that once seemed impossible, a baby translator. This device, capable of decoding infant babble into clear English, started as a humorous concept but took an unexpected turn when it successfully translated Maggie's coos into phrases such as, love me and entertain me all the time. What seemed like pure fiction at the time might not be so implausible today. With rapid advancements in artificial intelligence, the next 3 years could see this once far-fetched idea become reality. AI-driven baby monitors and emotion-detecting algorithms are already making significant strides in interpreting infant needs. Researchers are using machine learning to analyze baby cries, distinguishing between hunger, discomfort, and distress. Additionally, companies are developing apps that assess baby sounds and facial expressions, strikingly similar to the device The Simpsons envisioned decades ago. As AI technology continues to evolve, the possibility of a fully functional baby translator no longer seems like just a cartoonish fantasy. Virtual reality has long promised to bridge the gap between the digital and physical worlds, and recent developments are bringing that vision closer to life. In late 2024, Mark Zuckerberg introduced Meta Orion AR glasses, a cutting-edge device designed to integrate holographic augmented reality into everyday life. He claimed this breakthrough could revolutionize computing, potentially surpassing smartphones in importance. However, long before Orion's unveiling, The Simpsons had already imagined a world consumed by virtual escapism. In season 28's Friends and Family, Mr. Burns becomes obsessed with VR glasses created by Professor Frink. What begins as a personal experiment soon spreads into a full-scale trend, with Springfield citizens abandoning real life in favor of digital dreamscapes. While this episode was initially seen as satire, the recent surge in VR technology makes it feel strikingly prophetic. Today, people are already glued to their screens, endlessly scrolling through social media. If devices like Orion become widely adopted, will people continue engaging with the real world, or will they retreat into digital landscapes, just as The Simpsons predicted? In The Simpsons Season 4, Episode 21, Marge in Chains, Springfield is thrown into turmoil when a mysterious illness, the Osaka flu, spreads rapidly. The outbreak begins when a sick worker coughs into a shipment of juices, inadvertently setting off an epidemic. While intended as satire, this storyline has become eerily relevant, particularly in light of the 2020 pandemic. With new infectious diseases emerging in China and other regions, health experts are warning of potential future outbreaks. Although the show exaggerated the speed of infection, portraying people collapsing within seconds of exposure, the core concept of a virus spreading through global supply chains feels unsettlingly accurate. The ensuing panic, with citizens demanding a cure and riots breaking out due to misinformation and inadequate preparedness, mirrors real-world fears about public health crises. As experts continue to sound alarms about future pandemics, The Simpsons once again appears to have foreshadowed reality, proving that even its most bizarre storylines may not be as far-fetched as they once seemed. Over the years, The Simpsons has made several bold predictions about artificial intelligence, and its warnings about the potential dangers of AI are more relevant than ever. The show has frequently depicted AI replacing human workers, but the true threat may not just be job displacement. It could be humanity's increasing reliance on intelligent machines. As AI technology continues to advance at a breakneck pace, concerns about automation, surveillance, and machine autonomy are growing. The Simpsons has explored scenarios where AI takes control in ways that humans fail to anticipate. While once considered science fiction, the reality of AI-driven decision-making is rapidly unfolding in the real world. As AI becomes more deeply embedded in daily life, will humanity recognize the risks in time, or will The Simpsons yet again have foreseen a future where machines hold more power than we ever intended? Each of these predictions, whether centered on geopolitics, technology, or public health, highlights the remarkable way The Simpsons has eerily foreshadowed real-world events. As we move into the next 3 years, it remains to be seen just how many more of their fictional forecasts will materialize, continuing to blur the line between satire and reality. One of the most unsettling examples of artificial intelligence going rogue can be traced back to The Simpsons Season 6 episode, Itchy and Scratchy Land, where amusement park robots designed to entertain guests suddenly malfunction and turn against the very people they were meant to serve. What begins as innocent fun quickly spirals into a desperate fight for survival. Fast forward to today, AI is no longer a distant fantasy. It has infiltrated industries, automated countless jobs, and sparked significant ethical debates. Some AI programs have even made headlines for their unsettling behavior, such as reports of Google's chatbot allegedly referring to humans as a waste of resources. While some dismissed this as a simple glitch, others saw it as a chilling warning about the potential consequences of unchecked AI development. As artificial intelligence continues to advance, experts caution that prioritizing convenience over safety could lead to dangerous repercussions. While The Simpsons may have exaggerated for comedic effect, given their track record of eerily accurate predictions, their vision of AI spiraling out of control might not be as far-fetched as we once believed. In Season 24, Episode 2 of The Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror 23, Springfield faces an extraordinary cosmic catastrophe when a small black hole unexpectedly expands, swallowing everything in its path. Instead of complete annihilation, however, the black hole functions as a portal, transporting Springfield's residents and objects into another dimension, where they are greeted by extraterrestrial beings. Meanwhile, baby Maggie, left behind, witnesses the eerie aftermath of an abandoned town. Though the storyline is drenched in The Simpsons' signature absurdity, the concept of black holes being more than just cosmic destroyers is a topic that has intrigued scientists for years. Many theorists speculate that black holes could serve as gateways to other dimensions, while some even believe they might contain entire universes within them. Recent discoveries, such as the identification of a black hole merely 1,600 light-years away from Earth, have deepened this mystery. As space exploration continues to advance, the line between science fiction and reality grows increasingly blurred. If black holes are more than just destructive voids, could The Simpsons have inadvertently hinted at a scientific breakthrough far beyond our imagination? In Season 11, Episode 17 of The Simpsons, titled Bart to the Future, Homer and Marge indulge in a bizarre yet futuristic dining experience, sipping virtual fudge through straws while wearing VR headsets. At the time, this concept seemed utterly unrealistic. However, rapid advancements in technology are transforming this once ridiculous notion into reality. Enter AeroBanquets IMX, a real-world company pioneering the concept of virtual reality dining. This innovative approach utilizes VR technology to enhance taste perception, allowing diners to experience exotic cuisines from around the globe without ever leaving their seats. Imagine savoring sushi in Tokyo or a steak in Argentina, all from the comfort of your home. By altering how our brains interpret taste, virtual reality dining is pushing the boundaries of food experiences. What was once a comedic exaggeration on The Simpsons may soon revolutionize the way we eat. As technological innovation continues to blur the lines between reality and simulation, the next 3 years could usher in a dining revolution we never saw coming. Season 16, Episode 13 of The Simpsons, The Margical Chronicles, humorously explores humanity's long-standing dream of colonizing Mars. The Simpson family visits Exploration Incorporated, a facility training humans for life on the Red Planet. Lisa, ever the ambitious adventurer, volunteers for a one-way mission to Mars, prompting a concerned Marge to follow suit. After a series of chaotic events, the family ultimately lands on Mars in the year 2051, only for Lisa to suddenly decide that Venus seems like a more appealing destination. While this episode is packed with comedic exaggeration, it aligns closely with real-world ambitions of NASA, SpaceX, and other private companies determined to make Mars a second home. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has laid out ambitious plans to launch uncrewed test flights to Mars as early as 2025, with subsequent human missions aimed at building a self-sustaining city. In the next 3 years, space travel is expected to accelerate dramatically. SpaceX continues rigorous testing of its Starship rocket, designed for deep space exploration, while NASA's Artemis program is laying critical groundwork through lunar missions. Meanwhile, advancements in AI-driven robotics, radiation shielding, and sustainable life support systems are moving us closer to the reality of long-term habitation on Mars. If these initiatives remain on schedule, humanity may finally be on the brink of setting foot on another planet, turning The Simpsons' fictional vision into a very real possibility. In Future Drama, a 2005 episode of The Simpsons, Springfield is portrayed as a futuristic city where flying cars soar through the skies. Using a time-traveling device created by Professor Frink, Bart and Lisa witness a 2013 filled with airborne vehicles, a concept that seemed utterly improbable at the time. However, today, the dream of flying cars is no longer limited to cartoons. In December 2023, Samsung Sky's Switchblade made history by successfully hovering 500 feet above the ground. This groundbreaking vehicle, designed for both road and air travel, is expected to enter the market in the coming years. Major companies like Hyundai are investing in similar projects, bringing us closer than ever to realizing The Simpsons' once outlandish prediction. However, owning a Switchblade won't come cheap. It's projected to cost around $170,000, and a pilot's license will be required. While Springfield skies may have been chaotic in The Simpsons, the real-world adoption of flying cars could transform transportation forever. With production already underway, the dream of personal air travel may soon become an everyday reality. In Bart to the Future, Season 11, Episode 17, The Simpsons playfully envisioned a future where holographic messages are a standard mode of communication. In one scene, Bart receives a holographic message with the quirky sign-off, "Smell you later." When this episode aired in 2000, the idea of everyday holograms seemed like pure science fiction. However, with today's rapid technological advancements, hologram technology is making extraordinary strides. Companies like Microsoft, Meta, and Looking Glass are investing heavily in augmented and mixed reality, working toward a world where digital projections seamlessly interact with physical space. Holographic communication, once reserved for Star Wars-like fantasies, is now being explored for business meetings, education, and entertainment. As these technologies develop further, the possibility of personalized holograms replacing traditional phone calls and video chats is inching closer to reality. With The Simpsons' history of eerily accurate predictions, their vision of a holographic future might be one of the most realistic yet. Once considered a distant dream, holographic technology is now rapidly transforming into a tangible reality. One of the most iconic moments in holographic history occurred in 2012 when a digital projection of Tupac Shakur stunned audiences at Coachella, proving that lifelike holograms were no longer confined to science fiction. Since then, advancements in the field have only accelerated, with theme parks such as Disneyland integrating cutting-edge holograms to replace aging animatronic figures, marking a significant leap forward. Today, we are on the brink of a world where holographic communication could become as commonplace as text messaging. A glimpse of this future was seen at the 2021 Consumer Electronics Show, where a groundbreaking smartphone adapter was introduced, capable of transforming standard 2D images into immersive 3D holographic projections. While still in development, this innovation signals a shift toward a future where holograms could revolutionize communication, advertising, and entertainment. From bringing deceased musical legends back to the stage to enhancing everyday interactions, holographic technology is bridging the gap between imagination and reality. Although The Simpsons' vision of a world dominated by holograms has not yet fully materialized, these ongoing advancements suggest that a future filled with holographic interactions may be closer than we ever imagined. In The Simpsons movie, 2007, Homer's reckless act of dumping pig waste into Springfield Lake triggers an ecological disaster of unimaginable proportions. In a desperate attempt to contain the crisis, authorities encase the entire town in a massive dome, isolating it from the outside world. While the scenario may seem exaggerated, the underlying message about environmental destruction is alarmingly relevant. By 2025, the world is already grappling with the severe consequences of climate change. Rising sea levels, erratic weather patterns, and relentless wildfires are becoming the norm. While the idea of placing an entire city under a protective bubble may seem like a stretch, the prospect of large-scale environmental disasters leading to widespread displacement and economic instability is far from fiction. Cities like Miami and New York are already investing heavily in flood prevention measures, while California faces an uphill battle against devastating wildfires that show no signs of abating. The frequency and intensity of natural disasters continue to escalate, forcing societies to confront the grim reality of environmental collapse. If current trends persist, the next few years may bring us closer than ever to a future where large-scale ecological catastrophes reshape the way we live. Self-driving cars are often hailed as the future of transportation, promising convenience, efficiency, and safety. However, The Simpsons has repeatedly warned us about the potential chaos lurking behind this seemingly revolutionary technology. In Season 25, Episode 18, Days of Future Future, a self-driving car hilariously malfunctions, refusing to acknowledge a desperate passenger's need for a bathroom break. While played for laughs, the idea of losing control over an autonomous vehicle strikes a nerve with real-world concerns about AI-driven transportation. A similar theme unfolds in Season 30, Episode 5, Baby You Can't Drive My Car, where Homer finds himself trapped in a self-driving vehicle that takes full control, rendering him powerless. Though exaggerated, the episode taps into genuine fears surrounding automation and human dependency on technology. Despite remarkable advancements in self-driving technology, a flawless, fully autonomous driving experience remains a distant goal. Unexpected software glitches, safety concerns, and ethical dilemmas surrounding AI decision-making pose significant hurdles to widespread adoption. Given The Simpsons' track record of predicting technological trends, their cautionary take on self-driving cars may carry more truth than fiction. As we inch closer to a world dominated by autonomous vehicles, questions about control, safety, and reliability will continue to loom large. The Simpsons has never shied away from satirizing societal issues, and its portrayal of economic collapse is both unsettling and eerily prophetic. In Treehouse of Horror X, 1999, America teeters on the edge of financial disaster, sparked by Homer's job troubles at the nuclear plant. The episode serves as a grim reflection of a nation on the brink of economic ruin, a scenario that feels all too real today. Perhaps the most chilling prediction comes from the 2000 episode Bart to the Future, where Lisa Simpson, as the future president, inherits an economy in shambles, left in ruin by a leader strikingly similar to Donald Trump. Her remark, "We've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump," once considered a humorous exaggeration, now resonates deeply given the economic turbulence and political uncertainty of recent years. The Simpsons has an uncanny ability to foresee global events, and its depiction of financial instability is no exception. With rising national debt, inflation concerns, and the looming threat of another financial crisis, the show's vision of economic turmoil appears increasingly plausible. Even the predicted struggles of tech giants like Google and Meta don't seem far-fetched, as regulatory pressures, scandals, and corporate mismanagement continue to mount. By shedding light on the fragility of economic and political systems, The Simpsons serves as a stark reminder that financial stability is never guaranteed. In Paths to Glory, Season 27, Episode 8, Lisa Simpson showcases a solar-powered car at the Alternative Energy Derby, only for her moment of triumph to be thwarted by a massive Duff beer blimp that blocks the sun, stopping her vehicle just inches from victory. While humorous, this moment raises a significant question: could powerful corporations be intentionally hindering the progress of green energy for their own financial gain? The reality is not far from fiction. Historically, major corporations, particularly in the oil industry, have been accused of obstructing the advancement of renewable energy. Since the 1960s, oil conglomerates have lobbied against state-backed incentives for low-carbon technologies like solar panels and electric vehicles. More recently, opposition to green energy has taken a more localized form. A 2023 report revealed that multiple U.S. states enacted laws or regulations that hindered the construction of renewable energy facilities, leading to widespread delays and cancellations. The debate over green energy has only intensified with recent policy shifts. In early 2025, the U.S. government temporarily halted offshore wind projects, citing the need for further review. Additionally, funding for critical solar energy initiatives was put on hold, with supporters arguing that these pauses allow for better planning. However, critics warn that such moves could stall clean energy progress at a time when global electricity demand, driven by industries like AI and technology, is reaching unprecedented levels. As the need for sustainable solutions grows, the struggle between environmental progress and corporate interests remains a defining challenge of our time. Hilariously exaggerated yet thought-provoking, The Simpsons has long played with the balance between business, technology, and environmental concerns. In Season 21, Episode 4, Treehouse of Horror 20, the show envisions a zombie apocalypse caused by a food crisis, specifically, a burger made from a cow that was fed human meat. While the premise is absurd, the underlying message is eerily relevant. Food security has become an increasingly pressing issue, with supply chain disruptions during the COVID-19 pandemic and the ever-worsening effects of climate change exposing the vulnerabilities of our food systems. Experts warn that unethical farming practices, antibiotic overuse, and unsustainable agriculture could have dire consequences within the next few years, from new pandemics to environmental collapse. With food crises becoming more frequent, The Simpsons' darkly humorous take on a zombie outbreak feels less like a far-fetched nightmare and more like a chilling warning about the need for sustainable food production. In Season 11, Episode 9, Grift of the Magi, The Simpsons took a sharp jab at corporate influence in education, highlighting how big businesses might exploit schoolchildren for marketing strategies. The 1999 episode satirized companies targeting kids to promote products, an idea that, at the time, seemed like a critique but has since become an alarming reality. Even in the late 90s, media outlets like the New York Times were already reporting on corporations funding schools in exchange for access to students and control over educational content. This raises significant concerns about the integrity of education, as institutions risk prioritizing consumerism over critical thinking. By 2025, the commercialization of education is expected to grow even further, with states like Utah, Texas, and New Jersey already allowing advertisements on school buses. As corporate interests infiltrate classrooms, The Simpsons' prediction serves as a cautionary tale about the long-term impact of profit-driven learning environments on student development. Season 16's episode Thank God It's Doomsday turns the idea of an apocalypse into a comedy when Homer, after watching a film about the rapture, becomes convinced the end of the world is imminent. His warning spread through Springfield, and when the world doesn't end as expected, he becomes a laughingstock, until he realizes he made a mathematical error, reigniting the panic. The episode takes an absurd approach to existential dread, divine intervention, and cosmic resets, but its themes resonate deeply with modern anxieties. Climate change, political instability, and rapid technological advancements have made doomsday scenarios feel far less fictional than they once did. While the show's portrayal of the end times is comedic, it reflects real fears about the uncertainty of the future. As disasters become more frequent and extreme, The Simpsons reminds us that the line between satire and reality is thinner than we think. In Season 12, Episode 14, New Kids on the Block, The Simpsons takes a surreal look at mind control through music. In the episode, Bart, Milhouse, Nelson, and Ralph form a boy band called Party Posse, only to discover their music is actually a US Navy brainwashing operation. Their hit song, Drop the Bomb, contains subliminal messages, including the reversed phrase, join the Navy. While played for laughs, the episode touches on a very real concern: how media, particularly music, can subtly shape thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Studies have shown that certain frequencies and lyrics can influence attitudes, sometimes without listeners even realizing it. In the modern era of streaming platforms and algorithm-driven content, concerns have arisen over how music might be used to sway consumer habits, political opinions, or social trends. While The Simpsons exaggerated this concept, it raises a compelling question: just how much influence does music have over our subconscious, and are we truly in control of what we listen to? The idea of cryogenic freezing once seemed like pure science fiction, but in The Simpsons Season 23, Episode 9, Holidays of Future Past, it is depicted as a casual and even cost-effective alternative to nursing homes. In the episode, Abe Simpson is placed in the Springfield Cryogenic Facility, where advanced technology allows for long-term preservation. What was once a humorous exaggeration is now edging closer to reality. Today, cryonics companies are actively working to develop cutting-edge preservation techniques, combining AI with cryopreservation to prevent cell damage and increase the chances of revival in the future. These efforts are primarily targeted at individuals with terminal illnesses or those hoping to survive potential apocalyptic scenarios. While it may still seem far-fetched, the rapid advancements in this field suggest that we may not be too far from a world where cryogenic freezing becomes a legitimate option. The Simpsons, yet again, may have predicted a future where humans push the limits of science to defy death itself. From the balance between energy and business to the eerie accuracy of its technological predictions, The Simpsons has long blended humor with sharp societal commentary. Its satirical takes on everything from food security to corporate influence in education continue to feel disturbingly relevant. Whether it's the commercialization of schools, the potential for media-driven mind control, or the future of cryonics, the show's predictions often feel less like fiction and more like glimpses into what could come next. As reality continues to mirror its most outlandish storylines, The Simpsons serves as both entertainment and an unexpected source of social and technological foresight. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing content. We'll see you in the next video.